We are back with the Have and the Have Not Season 5 Episode 25, The Road to Hell. And I am Shay, just in case you have forgotten, during the mid-season. And if this is your first time, I want you to tap that subscribe button. If this is your first time watching me, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. I love you guys so much, and this episode didn't start off where it usually leaves us off. But don't get discouraged. We will get you there. Okay, now where it left off last time, it blew up the car, but we're going to work our way around it, okay? We only saw about 30 seconds of that anyway. So we will start off where we saw Melissa. She pretty much ate the concrete down at Hannah's house. So what happens here is Melissa, now Melissa, she ate the concrete. What happened was Hannah and Veronica, they go back and forth. They go back and forth. Hannah goes to blame Melissa, and Melissa goes to blame Hannah, when actually Hannah cannot blame Melissa at all for what happens to Melissa. She really can't. Only thing Hannah did was try to help Melissa in a terrible situation. And Hannah, if the truth be told, she did not even want that grandbaby. She just used that grandbaby to manipulate Jeffrey and Melissa. So that's just what she did. And she said she was only about 3 months, but she wasn't even showing, and she was pregnant. They've been talking about this since season 5. I'm like, come on already, okay? Now I was wondering, now Jeffrey is the father of that baby, supposedly. Now, what is going to be his opinion once he finds out that Melissa is gone and the baby is gone? Because he's never had a relationship with Melissa nor the baby. And so I know there's going to be some kind of feelings there, because it is your child. It was the child's mother. So some kind of feelings or grieving is going to happen, I'm sure. So I'm just curious to see. Now Hannah, so Veronica asks Hannah, why were you at Melissa's house? And Hannah then calls the EMT and shows up. The EMT shows up, and there were the sorriest EMT I ever seen. They finally gave Hannah and Veronica the results. They let Veronica know that they did not see a pulse for Veronica. Then Veronica asked them, did they see anything for the baby? And of course they told they did not see a pulse for the baby either. These people, oh my goodness, they were just nonchalant about the whole thing. And Veronica, she just acts super rude to the people. And Hannah just, she was just done with the whole thing. And she just got her stuff and headed on upstairs to her house, which I don't blame her. She was just all over it. She just couldn't deal with it no more. And so she went straight up and, just left the situation. And so she goes up and Jeffrey's gets a message on his phone from his mother. So she keeps messaging Jeffrey. Jeffrey, of course, he never answers. And so I'm still pondering what's going to happen once Jeffrey gets that word from his mom. I just wonder what his word's going to be. Because I'm sure he don't have the grieving process regardless of the relationship that he has with this woman. Next up we see Derek. You see, this may be little off topic, but we see Derek walking up to Hannah's apartment with some tools, saying, this might be off topic because I am feeling like, I'm feeling them too. I could be wrong, but I actually am feeling them too for some strange reason. I really am. But I do like them. I like Derek and Hannah together. But I still hope he isn't the man that has raped Hannah. That one that she couldn't get past all these years. And, and then she falls for Derek. And then finds out Derek is that man that raped her. That is Hannah's father. I'm still afraid that if she gives in, that he is that man that raped her all those years. Because we did find out last month that Derek does have a shady past. And that shady past is somewhat tied up with Erica. And we do not know what that means. Okay? Because he has some prison time back in the day. So let's hope for the best. So sometimes we have to see Veronica is still calling her son Justin. He is really deranged. He thinks he's Jeffrey. He thinks they're in a relationship. Okay? He thinks they're really a couple. I feel Justin is at the point where he could kill Jeffrey just to prove his love for this man or woman in his case. Okay? The next episode is who else have every Jeffrey asks, Justin asks, who else have ever gone through all of this to prove their love for you as I have? And that's a scary question. And Justin said, my mother. So his mother has gone all the way out for him to prove his love for him. And she's done that. And she's done some wild things, some scary things for him, just as Justin has for him. So if I was Jeffrey, I will be trying to get out of that relationship by any means possible, because that is some scary stuff. Scary stuff. My mind. Because to me, this will be a wake-up call to Jerry. Because Jeffrey's phone starts to ring, and Justin refers to his mother, as this crazy mother-in-law of his. I mean, poor Jeffrey is going to come up missing. I mean, for real. I mean, I'm just joking, but I mean, for real though, he's gonna come up missing. I mean, I wonder, is Jeffrey really in love with Justin because this is all he knows, because this is what he's seen in his parents' relationship as he has grown up over the years? Or does he just like the drama or the chase? You know, it's crazy. Okay, next up, we see Candace and her drama. We know she's filled with drama. We see Candace with Arcade. She brings... Oh, Candace, come on, please. Between Candace and Jeffrey, I don't know. Oh, Candace. She brings a thug. She's pacing her hotel room. Now we see her. She brings a thug to a hotel, or invites a thug to a hotel room. Okay? In order to explain to Malik, the thug, that a situation is going on with her mother, and she needs it handled. And she needs it handled by giving the thug her mother's... Okay, in this situation, Malik, the thug, came up to Candace's room. She explained to him that he needs to get this situation handled with his mother, meaning he wanted her to understand that she needs to get this money back, but he needs to explain this to her in a way that she would not get hurt, but that she would be very afraid. You know what I'm saying? So that's the instruction she is giving Malik to give Hannah, if you know what I mean. Oh my goodness, these dealers, they whatever. Okay, then we have in the Artesian Hotel, we have Benny and Scarlett Johansson, per se, alleged. Scarlett Johansson allegedly in the hotel. She is getting Benny drunk on behalf of Candy. So Benny, he right now he is ticked at Candy. So, but he's wanting to know what is going on. Why is Candace doing what she's doing with the money, and why is the Jim Cryers involved? So he calls Candy to find out what is going on, and so she said, "Come on to my room, let me explain." So hot-headed Benny goes down to her room. She gave him some answer and tell him, "Look, hey, are you crazy? Why wouldn't you want to start a new life from scratch? You know, get you a new rig, you know, a new job, you know, start from scratch. You know, Benny, come on, you have nothing. I mean, you're not the most eligible bachelor in wherever you live. What is that? Savannah? Come on, Benny. So that's not an easy choice, Benny, to make. So she calls up Jill, say, "Hey, gives him description of my brother. So hey, sis, hey, if you see this guy with this shirt on, kind of hold him in the hotel, and buy him a drink, whatever, and keep him there, get him a little drunk, but don't let him leave this hotel. So she stands downstairs. Benny runs into her, and so she sort of make a scene when she finally sees Benny in the elevator. And so she goes into low-key mode as sort of a little flirting with Benny. And then Benny said, let me buy you a drink. And then she said, no, let me buy you a drink. And Benny goes off like, well, hey, do you not think I can buy you a drink? I'm saying, Benny, no. Benny, no, you can't buy her a drink. So please stop it already, okay? Benny, you got about $18 in your account, okay? So no, you cannot buy her a drink, okay? Maybe a Coke. Alright, so Benny, let the lady buy you a drink. Alright? So Benny, you can't. So she's playing around. She's really doing a good, job with Benny. A lot of flirting and stuff. She's chopping it up with Benny. And next we see Mitch. Mitch is headed to the hospital to check on, I think that's his uncle that he's checking on at the hospital. And this time he went by his uncle's office, a hospital, I'm sorry. He was able to identify the person that actually did that to him. And thankfully, he was able to tell Mitch that it was not him, and that he was willing to start looking for the guy that actually did that to him, which was a good idea. So he told the guy to take down some ATM information, pull that information, and that will help him a lot on tracking down this guy. And so he called Benny, and that was very good news for Benny. He told Benny they would meet up at the Artesian Hotel after he runs some errands first. And so that's good news for Benny. I'm sure Benny will find himself in another situation. That's just how Benny does. He just one of those kids that finds himself in trouble. Trouble seems to find him. Okay, next up, Benny. He continues to flirt with Jill. Jill continues convincing Benny not to leave the hotel. So Candace convinces Arcade to get Benny drunk so he won't leave the hotel. The entire scene is a hot mess. Candace confirms with Malik that she can go ahead with the plan to scare Hannah. That's so sad. That is real trifling for this woman to go to the extent to scare her poor elderly mother like this. It's trifling, but okay. Next up, we see Catherine gets home. Jim's yelling at her about Wyatt being arrested as she enters in the house. In my opinion, Wyatt needs to go to jail for his action. This man, he's accused of attempted murder, and Jim needs to go to jail as well for helping Wyatt to clean up that murder scene. And Jim is right. His name does not carry any weight around there anymore. He is right. Ever since he ran for governor, if it was left up to Jim, he would have let Hannah's son go down for that murder. He really would. This would have been the second time he would let Hannah's son take the blame for something that Jim Cryer did to her family. That was not right. He knowingly done it. Oh my goodness. And so Jim says, why don't you just let yourself in, Hannah? Hannah was like, oh my goodness. You know, Hannah got away with words. She really do. I just, she really knows how to, talk back to Jim. She really do. But and then to me in this case, she really needs to realize that she doesn't need to be working for this thug, because he does not respect her at all. He really doesn't. He doesn't respect her as a person. And so he was like, you let yourself in, so. And she was like, I already did, as you can see. And then Hannah just goes off. She confronted Jim, about going to see Benny while he was in jail. Of course, Catherine is out of the loop because, Benny, what's his name? Catherine, she just out of the loop because Jim tells her zero about what goes on in their relationship. Zero. That's pretty much not even a marriage. It's just like a kid and a father relationship, pretty much. Oh my goodness, just whatever. Hannah was like, watch your mouth. She's my child, because she was like, are you talking about that war? So Hannah defended Candace. They have this on and off relationship. I don't know. Hopefully one day they will be able to make up one day. Jim says he does not owe the help, when she's talking about Hannah, any explanation. Unbelievable. Unbelievable how he feels about Hannah and sleeping with Hannah's daughter for years. Hannah was not even bothered. She said, I am about to walk out your house with 8 million reasons. 8 million reasons. I said, checkmate, Hannah. Checkmate. Now, Jim, you know what? You want to talk now. And of course, throws around insults after insults. And Jim confirms the exact amount of that Candace took from him and placed in Hannah's account. And so Catherine and Hannah are going to meet up tomorrow at the bank and transfer the money there. Hannah is such a good soul. She's a good person.